Welcome, whiskey aficionados, to review number 98. Now, you may think I've lost the plot completely because review just went up the other day, but it's the 25th of January today, and on this day in 1759, Rabbie Burns was born. So it's Burns Day, Burns Night. Not so much here in New Zealand, but certainly the whiskey clubs, they'll be celebrating, but certainly over in Scotland. Oh look, the Scots don't need an excuse to party, do they? But this is a special day. It's Burns Night. They'll have a few drams, read some poetry. Their national poet. He died at 37, so it's pretty young, but obviously left a lasting legacy. So Arran Distillery have been charged with commemorating Rabbie through a blended whiskey and a single malt whiskey. I have a sample here of the single malt, Rabbie Burns single malt. It's 43%. It's pretty pale looking, but let's have a look. Got my nice Denver Lily glass. All right. So I don't know how many people will be addressing the haggis tonight. I've certainly had haggis in the past. It's not a massive favourite, but a little bit of haggis on bread with some tomato sauce. There you go. You've heard it here. This whiskey, I believe, mainly matured in bourbon casks with a bit of sherry. So I don't know the mix. I don't know if it's non-chill filtered, and it's obviously a no-age statement. So it's probably anything over 5 years. It's probably pretty young. I don't know. It's actually got a very, very pleasant nose. You know, you see something like, Rabbie Burns whiskey. I think was it a gimmick? Is it a bit of a piss take? I suppose somebody trying to just cash in, make some money off the name. So I was quite curious to find out. Certainly on first sniff, let's say. Smells a bit warm, but it's quite powerful in the nose. It's a bit fruity. All right, let's give it a go. Slight bit of spice. Would I say slightly hot up front? You got that sort of dare I say custard slice thing going on. It's got a real decent mouthfeel, sort of a little bit dry and maybe salty. It's certainly a better whiskey than I thought it was going to be. I've got to be brutally honest about that. It really is. It's quite a decent whiskey. Trying to pick the spice, but there is a spice in it, and it stays throughout. There is that sort of, on the tongue. You get that tingle on the tongue. Not sure what spice it is. Possibly a bit of chocolate. Bit of dark chocolate coming in there. Maybe some dark fruits. This is a good whiskey. I am quite surprised. I really am. The finish is, I was going to say short, but it's sort of not that short. To be brutally honest, it's staying around. Maybe that's the spice, which is just continuing on the tongue. Even dare I say it, like a pineapple fruit, or a pineapple-y sort of taste coming through on that edge. Also, I don't really do value for money. I don't really look at that. But in New Zealand, this can be picked up for under $70 for a 700ml bottle, 43% single malt. That's a good price. That's a really good price. So it's obviously manufactured for the people, by the people. Very good. And what I would like to say to anyone who's celebrating Burns Night, take it easy and sláinte.